Hello, everybody. I just want to first and say this is a dream come true. Since I was younger, since I was probably like 8 or 9 years old, I always wanted to be a Laker. So I can't even put in words. It's just how excited I am to be here. Knowing the heritage, the history of this program, and just being here, it's going to bring out a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication from me, just on my behalf, just knowing how badly I want to be here. I know from the team collectively, I can contribute in a lot of ways, but just knowing that from Kobe, from Nash, and Paul Gasol, those guys being here, I'm gonna learn a lot from them, and my ears are open to everybody, from the coaching staff, from the upper staff that's being here, because they're all winners, they're all champions, they know what it takes. So that's just my goal, just to really contribute, to try to bring back another ring here, just to, after seeing the trophies, seeing all the banners and stuff all hanging around when I did come play, it just brings excitement to me to knowing I'm going to be playing for something like that. So I just always say I'm blessed, I'm thank you that I'm here, and I look forward to putting on the show for y'all this coming season.
Wesley, how did you end up in the Lakers over this free agency? How did it evolve?
It has opened up with a lot of different teams. Me and Rob talked, and he asked me. Definitely, it was like a no-brainer. Would I think about coming here? And I told him flat out, yes, I would. So it wasn't really no much thought. In the thought process of being here, it is all the teams opened up, but this was like a no-brainer for me to come.
The Lakers didn't have necessarily a lot of money to offer, as far as relatively speaking. Were there other teams chasing you, perhaps with more, and you took less to come? Or
yes, it did. But just knowing being a part of the organization, it meant more to me to be here and play for something like this than for us playing for the money. I love the game, so I know if I come here, I know they love it too. So me coming here, it meant a lot.
What do you think about the mention of guys like Trevor Ariza or Michael Cooper? Is that something you could see living up to?
Yes, I can throw myself in there as also a little bit of West, but definitely with those guys being how they contribute, and they had a lot of success here, and mentioning those guys, so it means a lot.
As a defender, you think you can become a lockdown guy?
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah.
No problem.
No problem.
You and Kobe have had a relationship over the years. What's that been like ever since?
It's been good. It's been good. Especially with a guy like Kobe, his mentorship, just reaching out, saying different stuff to me throughout the years I've been in the league. So it's meant a lot. It's definitely you want to listen to a guy like that and all the stuff that he's accomplished. So being alongside him on the court and being a teammate, I'm learning a lot more.
What's been the feedback that he's been given?
Really just, I can't really say too much because it won't have to G-rated, but he just told me to go out there and play like that every night, especially when I came in here and played and had one of my career games in here. He always just play like that every night. That's the G-rated version, but it's all right.
During that free agency process, did that come into play as far as having any conversations with him?
No, not at all. I think that was just mostly with my family and my agent. We really just brought it down to us talking, and it's really boiled down to where I wanted to be, and I want to be here.
When did your relationship with Kobe actually start? Was that back in 2010?
Yes, right when I was getting drafted. I came out, and we actually worked out with him. Showed me different stuff as far as with the triangle offense when he was running that, and ever since then.
Do you remember that first moment when you did get to talk to him, and what was that like?
Of course I did. It was like one of my favorite players to watch growing up, and definitely walked in the gym. I had to put that behind me, and I had to be all business when I was talking to him, try to pick his brain, but I definitely remember that day.
Hey, where's your game now compared to where it was coming into the league, and where whatever your expectations were about where you're going to be able to succeed on the court? How do you feel about it right now?
I think my game it catapulted this whole summer. It's been in the gym nonstop working on everything. As far as conditioning, from ball handling to shooting and everything, as far as my agility and everything. So I think I matured a whole lot as far as knowing the game and just learning myself, being honest with myself, and then ever since then, I think it's at an all-time high.
Where do you think you can most contribute on both ends of the court? It sounds like with what Mitch said, that's more of a defensive specialist type role, but with shooting and
with shooting,
what do you think?
Pretty much both with the shooting and getting up and down, especially with coach's offense. I think it's going to be a benefit to my strengths, getting up and down the court, being able to shoot and using my length and stuff. So I think it's going to benefit me a lot.
What didn't happen for you in the first 3 years of your career in Minnesota and Phoenix?
I just didn't. It just didn't fit me. It didn't suit my style of play. As far as the offensives that I was a part of, it just wasn't going in my way. I guess I won't say bad luck, but it just wasn't my time.
Right. Was it difficult? The teams were sort of in rebuilding or injured
Yeah,
So
it's tough on anybody, including myself, and I just happened to be a part of it. So it definitely was a learning experience for me. So now I'm a part of a set in stone group that already is building on something. So I think I should be fine.
You said over the years that you've been trying to assert yourself more. How do you think you've progressed with that?
How I progress with it, I think it'll happen when the season starts, as far as me showing you how I asserted myself. But I think just being in the gym a whole lot just changed my whole mindset. Just going through what I went through the first 3 years and having been through that, it's had to come to an end. It's just me just really coming out to show you the real Wes. Just go back to playing basketball.
are you already settled in Los Angeles? You just
Hey, I've been here since May.
okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
You got a place and you're all
I
set
got
up.
it. Yes, I'm here.
You're a real
Yeah.
estate agent. So.
Yeah.
Well, why were you a Laker fan growing up?
Laker fan. Honestly, it was from my mom. She loved Magic. She bought his book and everything. So I just remember her talking about Magic, and my last name was Johnson. His last name was Johnson. So that's what it was. So ever since watching them, definitely the history here. And my mom always watching the Lakers, and it just jumped on me.
What about holding that purple and gold jersey, considering your mom
Yeah.
and everything else?
I talked to her early this morning, and she was so excited. And she said she had the jitters, and she was nervous for me, especially during the press conference. But putting on this, I'm going back to my old number in high school, too, so she just said it's all resurfaced. And back to me going back, my high school cover yellow and blue, but the yellow is popping off, so it feels it's back to my old roots.
Well, for Laker fans that don't know much about you, what kind of game do you have?
Definitely, I always said exciting, but really this year it's gonna be really that hard work, that passion. You're gonna see a lot of that. I think that with just playing with passion, it's gonna take my game and take my skill set to another level. So, without that being said, it's me. It's exciting, getting up and down, dunking, shooting, doing whatever it is on the courts, just to get the crowd into it and spark the team. I think that's gonna be the main thing with me, just to learn from the guys that've been in the league and definitely won championships. That's gonna bring something else out of me and definitely pick their brains, and they can see what I'm about, and definitely probably boost their confidence as well, even though they're probably on an all-time high. But definitely we can learn from each other.
How important of a season is this for you, just in terms of kind of building your career back up?
I think this is probably one of the most important seasons of my life. I look at it like that, and definitely with the Lakers' standpoint, I think they want to get back on the right foot too, so it's definitely going to go hand in hand.
I saw an interview where you referred to like that being the fourth pick, and you actually used the word stigma with that. What do you kind of mean by that?
You know, you drafted high, they hold this over your head, you got to do this and score this, whatever, just being at that fourth pick. But now I don't look at it as anything. I've been drafted before. I was blessed to go at fourth, but now it's just me getting back to playing basketball how I used to.
Did you kind of fight that for the first?
I think for a little bit it was in my mind, but now it's gone.
There were a ton of guys that drew an automatic double in the last 3 years.
Mhm.
In other words, gave you some catch and shoot type shots. How do you like to shoot, whether off the dribble, catch and shoot? What fits your skill set the best?
I like to shoot the ball. I do, especially somebody that's going to draw a lot of double teams and definitely have your feet set when it comes to you. It's definitely going to really open my game up a lot more. Just the swing coming and knowing they have to rotate faster. It's going to definitely, my athleticism is going to come into play a lot.